The following program is a paid commercial announcement. The sponsor is responsible for its content, which Talk Radio 790 KABC does not necessarily endorse or support.
The Bikini Lifestyle Show is brought to you by Fladeboe Automotive Group. Hosted by award-winning TV host, author, and chef Susan Irby and President and CEO of Fladeboe Automotive Group, Denice Fladeboe. The Bikini Lifestyle Show, where we empower you to wine, dine, and work out. We focus on lifestyle changes rather than short-term weight loss or abbreviated fitness regimens. Fitness and food are essential to looking and feeling good. Each week, the Bikini Lifestyle Show suggests a shift from comfort food to cooking good food with a healthy, delicious twist, utilizing fresh herbs, spices, and citrus flavors to enhance leaner, lighter, delicious foods. Daily lifestyle exercise routines are essential. Tune in every weekend to the Bikini Lifestyle Show. And now your hosts, Susan and Denice.
Welcome to the Bikini Lifestyle Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC, presented by Fladeboe Buick GMC in the Irvine Auto Center. I'm Susan Irby, creator of The Bikini Chef, and I'm with Denice Fladeboe, president and CEO of Fladeboe Automotive Group in Irvine. In the Irvine Auto Center, that's a lot of Irvine.
That was a big mouthful there.
Yes, I know. Denice, have you ever been a runner?
Yes.
Yes.
I know you find that hard to believe.
I do. You don't run now.
No. I don't have time now.
I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so you used to run.
I did.
I love to run. When I lived in Los Angeles, I would run on the beach in the soft sand, and I would wear 2 pairs of socks and run in my sock feet in the soft sand, and it was such a great workout.
Oh my gosh, did you have your socks full of sand after a while?
You know what? I would wear old socks, and I would wear 2 pair, and then I could wear them like twice, and then I'd have to throw them away and get some other ones because I would run like anywhere from 10 to 12 miles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
That's long.
But if you think that is long, our guest tonight, she has run 100-mile or more races.
Wow. That's a lot of miles.
It is. So we're very, very excited to hear from her. And also, I'm not going to tell everybody right now, but her diet is very interesting. So you're not going to want to miss the upcoming interviews with our ultra runner, Catra Corbett.
Okay.
Ultra running is anything beyond a marathon. So 36 miles, 67 miles, I think, or 100 plus miles. Anything beyond a marathon is considered an ultra run.
Wow, I thought a marathon was long.
I know. So now my wanting to do a marathon is kind of like, that should be easy peasy.
It should be. Wow.
Yeah.
100 miles. I can't imagine that.
It is. It's a long way. So I want to say, we're 10 days into our 30-day Bikini Body Challenge. It's been really great. Our challengers, we have over 50 challengers across 5 countries and representing 16 different states across the United States.
Terrific.
Everybody's feeling great. They're losing weight, creating healthier habits. One of our challengers said that she's really starting to get into the habit of pre-planning, like her meals and snacks. And I tweet that all the time, and I always encourage that. But I think once you have sort of a structure that really kind of forces you to do that, then you don't realize, how much pre-planning makes sense and makes such a difference.
And then you've got everything handy there, so when you're ready for a snack, you don't choose the wrong thing.
Exactly. And you're not super hungry trying to figure out, you're not standing there at the refrigerator door or at work, with the office refrigerator door. And those are dangerous.
They are.
Yeah. In fact, someone at one of your offices, Fladeboe Buick, he was saying how he had started gaining weight because he was eating all the donuts and things everybody brings to the office. So pre-planning is really very important. And a lot of people loved the cleanse drinks so much that we've kind of been incorporating them into our regular diet now that we're not, we finished the cleanse. It was only 3 cleanse days.
So you don't have to just drink those as a cleanse.
Right. Yeah, they're very nutritious. They're high in fiber. They have some protein in them because One thing I learned, my husband ordered the nectar cleanse.
Right.
And then, but everybody on the challenge, except for him, they did my cleanse drinks. And what I learned was, if you do mine, I mean, I'm pureeing the actual vegetables and everything. I'm not juicing them. So I'm not extracting only the juice.
Right.
I'm actually pureeing the actual vegetables. So you're getting the pulp, you're getting the fiber, you're getting all of the nutrients in there. And also what that does is make you feel full. So people, when they were doing it, they weren't hungry. And if they were, I said, well, add the berry shake or add the protein shake if you're feeling, you know, like you need some protein. Add the protein shake, because I had built in 2 extra drinks.
Oh, good.
Into the program just for that reason. So if they were a little bit hungry, then you could add the berry antioxidant drink. Or if you wanted a little bit more protein, then you add the whey protein.
Perfect.
Yeah. So people really, really enjoyed it. They're posting their comments that they, you know, they were seeing a difference. They were feeling a difference, but they had great energy. So it's been a really wonderful challenge so far. I mean, I know we have a ways to go.
So now that the cleanse part is over, can you use the drink as a meal substitute?
Yes, I mean, you could use it as a meal substitution. I've been using mine as the snack substitution.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I'll eat a breakfast of, like, egg and avocado or eggs and salsa, for example, and then I'll have a lunch of 4-ounce chicken breast, and then the other day I made a delicious chopped kale salad, and I added some chopped broccoli in it and some chopped red bell pepper, and then I just tossed it with a simple balsamic vinaigrette, so there's no added sugar or anything like that in there. But in between those times, I use a cleanse drink for my snack.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, and it's very filling and very refreshing. And then to make sure I get my water, you know, because the pulp's in there. And my daughter makes fun of me, actually, because I've been putting the cleanse drink in a wine glass.
Oh, okay. Well, it's more fun that way.
You know, it's more fun. It's more sophisticated. Then, but all the pulp kind of makes the glass a little bit dirty. So then I put my water in there, and then to finish it off and kind of clean out the glass.
There you go.
And then I drink, I get my flavored water too. So, yeah, so I want to give a couple of shout outs to some of our challengers. So we have Allison and Bikini Billy. He is involved with the PGA, and Lynette, they're involved with the PGA. So he wanted to do the challenge to get to his media ready, and we got him media ready. So he was stoked about that.
Way to go.
I know. And then we have Lori and Kathleen. We have a Susan and Marcy, Julie, Scarlett. So everybody's doing great.
Is that our Allison?
Nope, that is not
new
our
Allison.
Allison.
Okay.
Nope. We have over 51 people in 16 different
Good job.
states and 5 countries. So, nope, that's not our Allison. But she said it looked like a great challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep up the great work. Only 20 more days to go. And we're sharing our experience on the Bikini Chef Facebook like page. It's so weird saying like page. It used to be a fan page. I guess you can still call it a fan page. But anyway, everyone's been having a great experience so far.
Good.
Yeah, so moving on to in the news really quickly. So in the Orange County Register, they had their culinary cool issue, which was kind of neat. And they featured some of Orange County's top new restaurants, and Jimmy's Famous American Tavern. Remember, they were on the Bikini Lifestyle show.
I haven't made it down there yet, but you have, I think.
You got to go.
I
know you love burgers, and you're not on doing the Bikini Body Challenge, so go for it. But they have really, really great burgers, but they have more than burgers. They actually have a feature in here. Their sea bass is featured as one of the
recipes or something.
One of the top dishes. But that was featured in here, and that's what I had, and it really was incredibly delicious. Other restaurants on the list are ARC, A-R-C.
I haven't been there yet, and I want to go there.
Yes, yes. The pastry chef at Andrea got Pastry Chef of the Year. And
that's at Pelican Hill.
That's at Pelican Hill, yes. And we have Best New Restaurant was Little Sparrow, which is on Main Street in Santa Ana. I've not been over there.
I haven't, but it seems like we spoke with somebody about that.
Well, we had Chapter 1 on the show.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And they are also in Santa Ana, but I believe they're on Broadway. But it's all kind of in that same general area. Then we have a couple of top tasting menu. So Chef Alan Greeley from the Golden Truffle.
Yes.
He's
been around a while.
He has. And he got a nod for some of his dishes. And I think, let's see, it's walnut red chili stuffed quail with tangerine lentils. That sounds really good to me.
That sounds great.
And a Pacific rock crab fondue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of good, too.
Well, it sounds interesting, too, because Pacific rock crab and fondue, I would never really
think of putting those together.
No.
Yeah.
No. And let's see what
that magazine
else.
had a lot of good stuff in it.
It's got, Red O was listed in the top 10. They just opened not that long ago. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to our friends at Harlow's. Mm-hmm. Harlow's was featured, and he was featured Chef Aaron Anderson, and he's the one who taught me about the taro root.
Oh, okay.
And the lotus root. But Harlow's is in San Juan Capistrano, my neck of the woods.
Right.
And he was recognized for his braised lamb shanks.
Oh, that sounds good, too.
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
I know. Well, that's a good thing, because now we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get running. So we're going to work off all this delicious food that we have. We're going to speak with ultra runner Catra Corbett. She's the first female to run 100-mile races.
Wow.
I know. It's all on the Bikini Lifestyle Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Did you know that Fladeboe Automotive Group has been servicing Orange County for over 50 years? Denice Fladeboe knows when buying a car, you gotta go to Fladeboe.
Fladeboe Buick GMC believes when you're picking a store for your next Buick or GMC, start with their shoes. Because for over 50 years, Fladeboe's been putting themselves in their customers' shoes, and you can really feel the difference.
Shopping for a new Buick or GMC? Get to know Fladeboe at Fladeboe Buick GMC in the Irvine Auto Center, or visit fladeboe.com.
Listen to Susan Irby, the Bikini Chef, an expert in health and nutrition and 8-time best-selling author. Now, back to the Bikini Lifestyle Show.
This is the Bikini Lifestyle Show presented by Fladeboe Honda in the Irvine Auto Center. I'm Susan Irby, creator of the Bikini Chef with Denice Fladeboe. And our guest tonight is an ultra runner. She has run, I think she's the first female to run 100-mile races, and actually a lot of those are way more than 100 miles. And we want to welcome Catra Corbett. Welcome, Catra.
Thanks for having me. And actually, I'm the second female but first American, and there's only 4 other people that have run 100 miles. 100
Wow.
times.
Wow, good to know.
Well,
And actually, I'm going for number 102 this weekend. So.
I figured that probably by the time we got to interview you, you would have done at least 10 more.
No, not that many more.
And how many miles did you actually clock last year?
About 4,800 miles last year.
Wow. I said over 4,000 is closer to 5,000. That's a lot of miles.
It is. And my little dachshund, who runs
Truman.
1,705 miles.
Wow.
Wow, your little dachshund. Now, how does he do that? Does he
his
run as
little legs.
fast as you?
Well, he has to. He has to stay with me. He only runs with me like Monday through Thursday, so I don't go past 12 miles when he's with me. He has run up to 17 miles, and he's going to be training. Well, he is in the training for a marathon this year.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, how does a dog train for a marathon? Same as you
Just
do?
with me, yeah. I just watch how he does, and he has yet to have an off switch. He hasn't stopped, and he whines when I stop to take pictures and stuff. He starts whining and wants to go. He can stay with me, on the downhills. His legs are short, so he slows down, and I just wait at the bottom of the hill for him, but this is mostly all on trails that he runs.
How old is Truman?
Truman is 7 years old, and I rescued him about 18 months ago. I was fostering him, and then I decided to adopt him.
Oh.
Yeah, and he couldn't even walk around a block on a leash because he had lived in a house. The woman meant well, but she was kind of a hoarder. She had 22 dogs.
Oh, my gosh.
She realized she was in over her head and gave up 12 of them to the Dachshund Rescue of Northern California, and he came along as one of them, and she had him since he was a puppy, and I think she got rid of him because he was kind of the low man on the totem pole, because he basically just hid when we first started fostering him. And I thought, oh, God, that dog is afraid of everything.
Oh my gosh, and now he's running with you.
Yeah, exactly. Once I brought him to a trail, it was a whole different story. He came alive. So,
what a wonderful story. And everybody, you can go on her Facebook page, Catra Corbett, and she posts pictures all the time of her running and Truman. He's such a cutie pie and a trooper there. And now you're 49 and you're doing this, but I want to go back to at the beginning. When you were born, did you come out of the womb and say, I want to be a runner?
God, no. When I was little, I took dance lessons, and I had a younger brother that played soccer. My dad was a coach and president for Fremont City Soccer, and they decided to put me in sports, like team sports, because I was so quiet. And so they stuck me in soccer, which I absolutely hated because I hated running. So that was not something I ever liked at all. In fact, I was the least likely person if somebody asked, oh, she's going to run one day, even a mile or 5 miles, they would say, oh, God, no, she's not going to ever run.
Right?
Oh, my here gosh. I
am. So what started it? What was the impetus for you?
Well, let's see. It's been 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago. I was doing speed and I was drinking, and I ended up getting arrested, spent one night in jail, and basically got scared straight. So I decided that I was going to become super healthy. I quit doing drugs, got clean and sober, and started exercising.
Yay!
So for about 2 years, I started working out in a gym, and I was walking. I had another dachshund, Oscar, and so we'd walk this 3-mile loop every single day because I got really obsessed about working out. But I wasn't running yet, and then I decided one day, well, I'm going to run this 3-mile loop. So I ran it, and I felt really good, and so I thought, oh, I want to run a race. So I signed up for a 10K, which was 2 weeks later after I had already started running. It was exactly 2 weeks later.
Wow. That was quick.
So I ran a 10K, and I felt really good. My mom walked the 5K. I ran the 10K, and there was a flyer on the car for the San Francisco Marathon, which was in 3 months. And I didn't even know. I knew a marathon was 20 miles. I didn't know it was 26.2 or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I signed up for it, and I went and bought a book on how to train for your first marathon. So basically, I had to skip up to the chapter because the marathon was in 3 months. And it was
my word.
It was a 9-month training program for a marathon. Yeah. So I skipped ahead, and it said I had to run 9 miles for my longest run, and the most I had run was, the 10K, which was 6 miles. So I just drove my car 4.5 out, so I knew where a turning point would be, because that was before GPSs and all of that.
Yes, right.
Yeah, back in '96. So
Smart
I just drove out to 4.5 miles, and I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to run there, and then I'm going to come back.
Oh, my gosh.
So it started from there, yeah.
Wow, fantastic. I mean, I used to always be so proud of the fact the furthest I've ever run, Catra, is 16 miles, and I've done 3 half marathons. But, boy, you put me in the dust. Yeah, I mean, I've got to,
you could do a marathon. If Truman can do a marathon, that's my whole thing with him. If he's training and he's going to do a marathon, people that think they can't can.
Oh, my gosh. So, Catra, I've always wanted to do a marathon. I just have needed someone to sort of push me towards that, so maybe I'll run one with you.
That would be awesome. I would be more than happy to run one with you.
Yes, I know. I would love that.
So you got to sign up right away for one. Pick one and sign up so that way you're held accountable.
Yes, I'm held accountable. Excellent, excellent. And I don't run that fast, though, so you and Truman will leave me in the dust.
No, like I told you before, I'm not that fast. I don't like really running on the road. I prefer trails because you could take your time, and I think it's better on your body running trails because you're using different muscle groups the entire time. When you're running a flat, marathon or road race, you're using the same muscles over and over. And a lot of people always ask me, you never seem to get injured. And I think that's a big part of it, too, is that I run trails. I mean, if you're going to get injured, you're going to, hurt your ankle, twist it, or that kind of injury.
Right.
But not an overuse injury, usually, on a trail.
Oh, I see. So I wanted to talk about the recovery for a bit. So you run 100 miles. How often do you sleep? Do you sleep during that, or you run the whole time? What do you do?
No, you're moving the whole entire time.
Wow.
The plan is to go from point A to point B in the fastest time as possible. So, I mean, some people do stop and sleep. I mean, I have stopped in the middle of the trail to take a 2-minute nap when I was teeter-tottering, falling asleep on my feet, if the caffeine's not working.
Uh-huh.
So I will, occasionally. It's a very, very rare thing for me. Usually I don't have sleep problems, and if I do, I just keep moving.
How long does it take you to run 100 miles?
Well, my fastest time in a flatter course is 21:20, and that was last year. That's my PR. And I actually won that race, so I even beat the guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you're not fast. I don't believe it.
And it was flat, too. So, I had to run the first 80 miles without stopping.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so that was one of those rare moments. And I am actually training for that race again. They're having a 125-mile race. And I've done 125 miles on that same course before, and I'd like to do it in like 28 hours, so that would be moving pretty fast.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. What an inspiration you are. So when you finish the 100 miles or the 120, or I think you're the most has been, 144?
Actually, I run 165 miles on trail around the Tahoe Rim Trail, like back in 2001 with two friends of mine.
Oh, my gosh.
Became the first woman to run the whole entire trail system up there. But this year, my longest run was 144 miles.
Oh, my goodness. And
that was around Lake Tahoe on the road with traffic.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And I said I'd never do it again. I just did the double, and they do have a triple. And I told my friends, I said, this is the most dangerous thing I've ever done. I'd never do it again. And then we were away this weekend, and I said, would you guys crew me again next year? This year I want to do the triple. They're like, you wouldn't do it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. So they follow you the whole time to, make sure you're okay.
They were. There's no, for that particular race, it's during the Tahoe marathon weekend, and they have, triple marathons. People do a marathon every day, and then they finish with the regular marathon, which is on a Sunday, and they have a bike race that goes around the lake. They have all these different events going on. And the triple is the most. They're not supporting you. The race is not supporting you when you do this. They give you awards and all that, and you keep track of your own thing.
Right.
So it's something that you can go out and do. And, during your last day, the marathon is going on, so you can be cheered on by the people at the marathon and use their aid if you need to. Doing the double, I had a support crew the whole time. In the beginning, they were following me about every 6 miles in the day, 5 to 6, and then, of course, at night, it was every 2 to 3.
Oh, my goodness. So when you recover and you just have run this super long distance, do you get a massage? Do you, I don't know,
sleep for 3 days?
Yeah.
No, I always like to get a massage. I didn't sleep for 3 days. In fact, after the Tahoe race, my crew was so wiped out. I was the first one up in the morning. I'm like, let's go get coffee. And they were passed out. They're the ones that are more exhausted because you're having to help somebody all that time and you're not moving.
Oh, wow. What a crazy, fun adventure. I love it. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we want to hear about your diet. Okay, so everybody, you're going to want to hear this because she's a fruitarian.
Fruitarian.
Yeah, fruitarian. And we're going to talk about your diet because, a lot of people who do these endurance sports or even don't do endurance sports are always talking about lean proteins, including myself. I'm talking about lean proteins, repair muscle, and all this. So we're going to talk about your diet when we come back. We're speaking with ultra runner Catra Corbett, and this is the Bikini Lifestyle Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Listen every week to the Bikini Lifestyle Show with Susan Irby and Denice Fladeboe, where we wine, dine, and work out.
Fladeboe Volkswagen believes when you're picking a store for your next Volkswagen, start with their shoes. Because for over 50 years, Fladeboe's been putting themselves in their customers' shoes, and you can really feel the difference.
Shopping for a new Volkswagen? Get to know Fladeboe at Fladeboe Volkswagen in the Irvine Auto Center or visit Fladeboe.com.
You don't have to wear a bikini to listen to Bikini Lifestyles with Susan and Denice. It's about healthy living with the bikini flair. And now, back to the Bikini Lifestyle Show.
Welcome back to the Bikini Lifestyle Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC. I'm Susan Irby, the creator of The Bikini Chef, and I'm with Denice Fladeboe. We are broadcasting from the Bikini Lifestyle Studio here in Los Angeles at KABC. If you're listening online, we appreciate you tuning in. We are here every Saturday night at 7 p.m. You can listen on KABC.com or iHeartRadio. And the Bikini Lifestyle Show is presented by Fladeboe Volkswagen in the Irvine Auto Center. And if you're just joining us, my motto for 2014 is Be Strong. And our guest tonight certainly lives up to that. She is an ultra runner. She became the second female to run 100-mile races, but the first American female to accomplish that. Many of those races were well over 100 miles. In the last segment, she shared she's run up to 165 miles, I believe it was. So welcome, Catra Corbett. You're truly inspirational.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, you really are. And, you're 49, so you're not, in your 20s. And how old were you when you started? I know it was like 19 years ago, but so that's at 30? Yeah.
I started running when I was 30.
Yeah. So it's not like you have to be in your 20s or a teenager to
start. Yeah,
to start or make these accomplishments. So you're really an inspiration.
I started doing ultras when I was 32. So.
Wow. Yeah. And you run with your little buddy there, your dachshund, Truman.
Yeah.
He's a doll.
Amazing.
He is so amazing. And so in the last segment, we were talking about your running and how you trained on your own initially and started running marathons. And you actually told me, I said, I've always wanted to run one. And you said, well, sign up for one and that'll hold you accountable to it. And so we talked about that, your training, and a little bit about your recovery. But now I'd like to talk about your diet because you're a fruitarian. And based on the research that I know, fruitarian is similar to vegetarian, except you're only eating raw foods. Is that correct? Yeah.
I have never heard of the term fruitarian, so that's a new one for me.
Well, it's actually been around for a long time. And since I've worked at Whole Foods, for 14 years, just meeting interesting people that come in, I have met some fruitarians, in my early years that I just thought that's nuts. It's pretty much fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, and then I started hearing about a few of these ultra runners that were fruitarians. And one pretty famous is Michael Arnstein from New York. Now he lives in Hawaii, but I started following him more and more. He became a vegan, and it wasn't for animal reasons, but now it is, for him. It's like 10 years ago. And then he was doing it for performance reasons. So he started looking up about fruitarianism, and he did it and only shifted into that because of performance things. Because he's very fast, and he wanted just to see how much faster he can be. And he's won some pretty significant marathons. I think he's under 2:30 for his marathon times. And he's won Leadville 100 before and some other big hundreds. Yeah. So I kind of was watching a lot of his videos. And so last year, at the same time, I was in Hawaii at Hurt, and he was running it too. And I had just become a fruitarian at that same time, and I've run that race 13 years. The first 6 years I finished 100, and then like the last 4 or 5 years I was only finishing the 100K, which was an option they gave you. And I just didn't get to the 100 again, because it's a super demanding and hard race. And so, I did it fueled on fruit last year, and I finished, and I felt great. And so I just kept on with the whole fruitarian thing. Well, last year I PR'd my 100-miler time. I PR'd my 100K, my 50-miler, and my 50K times all in the same year.
Wow.
So basically, it's based on a book by Douglas Graham, and it's called the 80-10-10 diet. So eating 80% raw fruit, 10% raw vegetables, and 10% raw nuts. And anybody basically that eats over 75% raw fruit, they consider them a fruitarian, even though they're vegan and they eat other raw stuff. But so I pretty much eat 100% raw fruit during the week, Monday through Friday, and then add some kale and spinach and raw nuts like almonds or cashews to my diet on the weekends, only for variety, so I don't get bored. And
so is that kind of where you get the protein from?
I mean, but you know what? You actually get, I know that's the common question to a fruitarian, where do you get your protein? And I don't eat that much nuts. It's not like, a handful of nuts.
Right.
I'm going to give you that. You get it from fruit. If you read up, you're getting between 6 and 9% of all fruit actually does have protein in it. And if you're eating enough calories, you're getting it. And avocados are a fruit, and tomatoes are, fruit as well. So I eat a lot of avocados. So I'm getting a lot of fat. Yeah, so I'm not wasting away. I'm lifting the same amount of weights I've always lifted, so I'm not withering away.
Now, what about bananas? I've heard a lot of fruitarians eat oodles and oodles of bananas.
I do eat a lot of bananas, mostly in a race, but during the week, some days I can eat up to 10 bananas. If you're making a smoothie, it's so easy just to throw a couple of them in there. But I mostly try not just to eat stuff in a smoothie form. I'd rather eat the food whole, so you're getting, you feel like you're getting nutrients. And,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I do eat bananas, but I'm not like a 30 banana a day person.
Yeah.
Like on the website, yeah. I eat a lot of bananas, and but I eat a lot of other things too. So I love pineapple. I love mangoes, cantaloupe, whatever's in season. Lots of berries. So people are like, well, what do you eat? It's like, you should see the bowl of fruit I make. It's huge.
Oh, my gosh.
Most people are like, I can't eat that much. And
Yeah.
It's like, well, I can.
Wow.
Denise has a question.
I have a question to back up a little bit. When you're running all these miles, what kind of shoes do you wear, and how often do you go through a pair? I would think you'd
That's
go
a good
through
question.
a pair every time, or maybe you got to put a couple pairs on during one race.
Well, actually, I'm sponsored by Hoka, so I wear their running shoes. It's a company that started in France, and now they actually sold to Decker Shoes, who owns Uggs and a couple other companies. Yeah, so Hoka's been around since 2010, and people call them like clown shoes because they're
They call them what shoes?
Clown, because they're kind of if you Google them, they're a little higher profile. They're not like the minimalists that you've been hearing about. It's more of a sturdier shoe, but they're very lightweight, but they're foamy and they're kind of thick cushioned.
Oh.
But yeah, people have been talking about this. They can get up to like 900 miles on a pair of Hokas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I keep separate ones for racing, so I use them for like 300 miles, like 3 100-mile races, and then I rotate them into training shoes, and I'm easily running 900 miles and training with those shoes.
Wow, how many pairs of shoes do you buy a year? It sounds like a lot.
Well, they sponsor her. They'll probably give them to her. Yeah.
Yeah, I get them for free.
Yeah,
I'm not
thankfully.
spending $180 a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you could easily, like I said, most people, they just buy a few pairs a year because they're getting so many miles out of the shoe, out of the Hoka.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I probably, every 3 months I get a new pair for racing, So I go, like I said, I keep the race ones separate than the training ones. So I still have training ones from last year that are still fine.
Right.
When the soles are kind of worn out, I can have road ones and I have trail ones. So
Good to know.
Now, going back to your training, how often do you just race all the time now, or do you still consider like training? Well, I guess you're training because you're training with Truman for the marathon.
Yeah,
so.
I'm running still all the time between 80 and 120 miles a week. I'm planning on doing 1,500s this year. Last year I did 14, and the most before I had done was 12. And so since last year I did 14, my goal this year, I said, well, I might as well try to run 15 of them.
Right. So you're just really determined, because I know a lot of people would probably just go, why? Why
exactly.
do you? Yeah.
Well, you know what? Why? Because it takes me to beautiful places.
Yeah.
I love the training part. I train in the Sierras in the summer when there's no snow, and there's no snow now, so I suppose I could go up there and train. When I train, I just go out and have fun. I'm not pushing myself super hard. When I race is when I push myself hard. And I'm not one of those people that are a natural runner that are in the top, running. Those people train totally different, But I put in high mileage because I like being out on the trails. And so I have time before I go to work. I don't have to be to work until 1:30 every day. So as long as I'm home at 12:30 and getting ready, I can get ready pretty fast.
Well,
and I don't work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I can run all day long on those days.
Wow. Well, and through all your pictures, everybody is Catra Corbett, and through all your pictures, you can go to her Facebook page. She's a self-proclaimed dirt diva, and her blog is trailgirl.blogspot.com. But all of your information will be at thebikinishef.com. She's got some adorable pictures. You're very bikini, of course. How could you not be, while you're running all of those miles? And just what an inspiration you are. And, you're not a 20-something, that means everybody, if you're sitting at home listening on the couch, get off the couch and do something, right? And
right.
Yeah.
Get out, just for 30 minutes a day. And go out to a trail. Go somewhere where it's beautiful and scenic.
Yes.
More enjoyable. Don't be running around or hiking around on the road. Go up to the trailhead. I mean, we all live in California, and there's going to be a trailhead close by no matter where you live.
Yeah, no matter where you are, either in California or around the world, around the country.
Great suggestion.
I know. Wonderful suggestion. And you always look like you're having a blast, Catra.
That's the most important thing in life. You're only here one time, so you got to have fun. It's all about FUN.
That's it.
It is. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Everything will be at thebikinishef.com, and I'll grab some pictures, or if you could send me some, that would be great, because I'd love to share them on the website. Catra, Corbett, thank you. All right, we're going to be cheering you on. When we come back, we have our Bikini Chef recipe of the week, and it's the Bikini Lifestyle Show on Talk Radio 790 KABC.
Did you know that Fladeboe Automotive Group has been servicing Orange County for over 50 years? Denice Fladeboe knows when buying a car, you gotta go to Fladeboe.
Fladeboe Honda believes when you're picking a store for your next Honda, start with their shoes. Because for over 50 years, Fladeboe's been putting themselves in their customers' shoes, and you can really feel the difference.
Shopping for a new Honda? Get to know Fladeboe at Fladeboe Honda in the Irvine Auto Center, or visit fladeboe.com.
This is Susan Irby and Denice Fladeboe from the Bikini Lifestyle Show. Jumpstart your health and lose weight. Join us for the 30-day Bikini Body Challenge. Cleanses, you'll be feeling great in no time. Details at thebikinishef.com. And tune in every Saturday evening at 7 p.m. to the Bikini Lifestyle Show right here on 790 KABC. It's all sponsored by Fladeboe Automotive Group of Irvine in the Irvine Auto Center.
Listen to Susan Irby, the Bikini Chef, an expert in health and nutrition and 8-time best-selling author. Now, back to the Bikini Lifestyle Show.
We are broadcasting live from the Bikini Lifestyle Studio at Talk Radio 790 KABC because it is the Bikini Lifestyle Show presented by Fladeboe Buick GMC in the Irvine Auto Center. I'm Susan Irby, and I've got my co-host Denice Fladeboe. And, you know, we've been talking about being all you want to be, and our motto, at least my motto for 2014, is be strong. Mm-hmm. And our guest, Catra Corbett, I think she is pretty much the epitome of that, wouldn't you say?
I would say so for sure.
Yeah, so she had gone through a rough patch there and was doing drugs and overindulging in alcohol, and then she just got herself straight on, but not only turned it around, but then took it upon herself to start exercising, working out at the gym, and then she was walking. And then she started running, and then all of a sudden, 3 months later, she had signed up for a marathon.
Oh, that's
doing a marathon.
Incredible.
I know.
to
and
go that
now,
fast.
19 years later, she's the second female in the world to have run 100-mile races, which, when we were speaking to her, Denice, she really makes it sound so simple.
So easy. I know, she's so bubbly. I'm like, I don't think I ever want to run at her.
She said everybody else is wiped out, and the next day she's like, okay, let's go for. But she said she'd run a marathon with me.
Yeah. You've got to do that.
You know what? I am. I've wanted to do one forever. I'm going to do it, and I don't think there's any better person to do it with than with
she'd
Catra.
be perfect.
She would be perfect. But I'm not going to get a tattoo. She has tattoos.
She's got a couple.
I might run in my bikini, but I'm not going to get a tattoo.
Okay.
So, you know, we're well into our 30-day bikini body challenge, but now we finished with the cleanse days, as we were talking at the beginning of the show, and we're doing lean proteins and fruits and vegetables. And I thought her take on protein was very interesting, and because she's a fruitarian. So the recipe of the week that I decided to do fits in with both her lifestyle and the bikini body challenge, because avocado is a fruit.
It is.
And so I did a broiled egg with avocado and tomato.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I know they really are very pretty. And so what you do is you take a ripe avocado, split it in half. Of course, you take out the seed.
Yes.
And then you take an egg, but the egg is actually, you're going to put it inside the avocado, but
where the seed was.
Yes, where the seed was, the avocado will go there. But the egg is usually, with the whites and everything, a little bit larger than that area. So you want to take a spoon and just scrape out a little bit of the avocado, not too much.
Okay, so the egg will fit in there properly.
Yes, and what I did was I cracked an egg in a bowl, and then I took an ice cream scoop.
Oh, okay.
And then carefully put the egg inside where the seed was.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I broiled mine on high for about 3 minutes. But you can also bake them if you want. So what I think I might do next time is I might bake it for maybe 5 or 6 minutes and then broil it, because I really like that broiled finish on top.
To get it brown. So how long would you bake it for? Or at what temperature?
I'd probably bake it at about 375 to 400.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty high, because it's going to be a short period of time. And then you finish it under the broiler.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's beautiful and delicious.
Thank you. And it's very healthy for you. You don't need a lot of seasonings. I put some diced tomato on top. You could serve it with some fresh salsa. You could sprinkle a little paprika or cayenne or any kind of spices, cumin, celery seed, any kind of spices would be delicious on it. Curry, you could put some curry, because curry and avocado go great.
Perfectly together, yeah.
I want to give a little tidbit about how you make avocado sit flat. So if you don't do this, they'll wobble around. And I learned this from my culinary experiences, because when you're slicing fruit, let's say you have an orange or anything round that you're going to slice into slices, you want to shave off just a sliver to where it's hardly noticeable, but just a sliver on one of the round sides. So when you slice the avocado in half, the part that is the most rounded, where it's trying to rest but it's wobbling, you're just going to take a knife and just shave off a little bit of the avocado skin, and then the avocado will sit flat.
It's flat. I used to do that with grapefruit.
Yes, when you're trying to slice it.
You cut it in half and then slice it just a little bit of the bottom off, and then it doesn't wobble all around.
Exactly. There you go.
I wanted to mention that the avocado, you don't take it out of its skin.
No.
When you cook it, it's still in there, so
You
it's got its
serve
own little bowl that it's served in.
Yeah, so really you're not messing up a lot of dinnerware. And actually, if you were having a party like a brunch or something, you could put it in a very pretty decorative plate or a little bowl, and then it was easiest to eat it with a spoon. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I loved it, and they're beautiful, and you get lots of protein and all the healthy omega-3 fats from the avocado, and it's on the Bikini Body Challenge.
Oh, very good.
Yes, it's a Bikini Chef approved breakfast. Or you could have it as a snack. You don't have to have it just for breakfast. Yeah.
Well, it was really good. Good
Well,
idea.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and they're very cute. And the recipe and the photo will be at thebikinishef.com.
Perfect.
So one thing in the news that we missed, we had so much to talk about in the other weeks, but January 6th, back then, it was National Weigh-In Day. These days they have a day for everything.
Yes, there is.
I'm not sure what today's National Day is, and I'm not sure who came up with all of these.
People with a lot of time on their hands are sitting around thinking up stuff.
They are, but this was pretty interesting. So it gives a food item, and then it tells you how many minutes you would have to walk or cycle or jog or swim to burn
counteract
off. Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear pepperoni pizza, a Big Mac, a donut, or a Snickers bar?
Okay, let's go for the pizza.
Pizza. Okay. The average slice of pepperoni pizza is 340 calories, and it would be 94 minutes of walking.
Whoa.
So you would have to walk over an hour and a half to walk off one slice of pepperoni pizza. But if you're following the 30-day Bikini Body Challenge, you won't be eating that.
No, you won't.
So you don't have to worry about it.
What about a Snickers?
A Snickers? I used to love those,
Me
but I'm
too.
kind of over them. Sorry, Snickers.
I've switched to dark chocolate.
Me too. Yep. 72% cocoa or better, dark chocolate. And I love the one that has orange zest in it.
Oh, that one's great.
It's delicious. The average Snickers bar is 250 calories. So you would have to walk 69 minutes.
Okay. What's that one with the longest orange line on there?
That is a McDonald's Big Mac, which weighs in at a hefty 550 calories.
So are you walking for 2 days?
You'd have to walk with Catra on that one. No, 153 minutes.
Whoa.
So that's beyond what my brain can compute.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's well over, it's just under, 3 hours?
Boy.
Is that right? 120 minutes.
Well, 60 and 60, that's 120. That's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's over. Because you said it was 150
Well, then
minutes?
So then.
So 3 hours for one. Sheesh.
For a Big Mac.
For a Big Mac.
It's so not worth it. Now, this is interesting. Microwave popcorn. 1 cup, 60 calories, so you can walk 17 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's doable.
That's okay. Popcorn's a healthy snack.
And I love popcorn. Oh, here's one. For me, I'm not drinking right now. I've been doing so good. And you know what? It hasn't been that hard.
Good.
I just put my cleansed drinks in a wine glass.
Perfect.
And my daughter makes fun of me.
It's okay.
So red wine, 5 ounces, which mine are usually 8.
Okay.
At home, 1 cup. All right. So 127 calories. And it'll take me 35 minutes to walk that up. So if I take the dogs for a walk, we usually go at least 3 miles, sometimes 4. That's about 2 glasses of red wine.
I was going to say, so how many glasses do you have?
2 glasses. All right. That's it for this week's Bikini Lifestyle Show. Thank you so much for joining us. If you missed anything, you can catch the podcast on iTunes, KABC.com, or just go and visit us at thebikinishef.com and bikinilifestyles.com. And all the recipes are there as well. And next week, the travel show is in town.
Oh, good.
So we're going to do some bikini traveling with author Patricia Schultz. She wrote the book 1,000 Places to See Before You Die.
I have that book, I just realized.
Oh, fantastic.
Guess I better get in there and check some things off.
Yeah, you better. All right. Thanks for joining us. The Bikini Lifestyle Show is Susan and Denise sending you
gourmet wishes and flattering waistlines.
Statements made and information contained in the broadcast about specific products or services are for example only. Always consult your healthcare professional before starting a new exercise regimen, change in diet, or taking supplements. Any testimonials given during the show are based on individual results and do not constitute a guarantee that you will achieve the same results. Not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent. Every circumstance is different. You should not use this information as a substitute for diagnosis or treatment for any health condition.
The preceding program was a paid commercial announcement. The sponsor is responsible for its content, which Talk Radio 790 KABC does not necessarily endorse or support.